that St. Ed's has won one and lost one in the championship round. But of course, the big lead was almost a foregone conclusion after last night. They had, what, about 30-some point lead? What was it, 64-28 over St. Joe's?
Right.
Even then, we knew what we know now, that they would pile up the points. 9 St. Ed's wrestlers heading to Columbus. 2-1 now.
Andrassy trying that spiral right, got a little carried away there, got the arm up a little too high. Palker popped up and out for the escape.
There you see Howard Ferguson in the corner there of your pictures in the seated position. He just put together that incredible dynasty. You don't want to start a real argument? Who was a better coach, Mike Milkovich or Howard Ferguson? I'll tell you who I think it was, and I don't care if anybody likes my opinion or not, was Milkovich, because he had, you know, where a Catholic school can go out and get somebody or have wrestlers come from all over the area, Milkovich had them from one city, and that's the key. And at the end of the first, 2-1, Andrassy of Nordonia has the lead. Ready to start the second period now. Andrassy, I'm going to be interested to see how he does here. Not a good start for Palker at all.
Palker starts to come up, Andrassy checks him down on the mat. Andrassy's a real good rider. He's really kept the pressure on Palker most of the bout. Now he's got that chicken wing. Works up again. He's looking for that spiral, I believe. There it is. He reaches up, trying to get that half. Got the other arm as a tight waist. Palker's up and out, but Andrassy's going to pull him off the mat, and he does.
2-1, minute 33 remaining, second period. And we told you this would be interesting.
I really like this. We've had some unbelievable underclassmen. We had the 105-pounder, Nick Cianciolo, a freshman from North Olmsted. Now we've got a sophomore and a junior here in the finals, and what I believe, and a lot of people believe to be the toughest tournament in the state. We got the sophomore Andrassy and this junior guy Palker.
Without question, I think this is the toughest. I mean, you know, there's some people who said you got to divvy this tournament up into 2. More of these kids should be in Columbus.
In the meantime, Palker pops up and out. Good hand control, pops the hips out.
2-2 now.
Gets the escape. Now he's got to go takedowns with Andrassy, and it's an even bout. Andrassy reaches in again, but Palker has the arms under hook and checks him off, prevents him from scoring any further.
By the way, we were mentioning Mike Milkovich earlier, the great coach of Maple Heights. If I recall his record correctly, in his 20-plus years, I think it was about 25 or 6 years, he had all of 25 losses. I think it was 1 loss a year, as I recall. Incredible record.
Palker and Andrassy just sort of feeling each other out. Andrassy made the slick move the first time for the takedown. Palker checks him off, though, on a sort of a half-attempt shot. Palker's got the head trapped down on the mat. That's what he wants. And he didn't get control in bounds. Oh, so close.
Andrassy, tremendous counter. He just would not let him get. He said, no, you're not. No, you're not. I admire that. That's the type of move, when you see something like that, you know you're talking great tournament action.
I don't want to scream too loud, Jim, because I may not make it to the heavyweight bout. The voice holds up. Maybe I'll be able to tell you there's really some exciting action out there. Right now you see Andrassy shoots in with his head down. Palker checks him off. I think Palker got a little burst of life there, Jim. All of a sudden got a little bit of confidence. And besides, he's got to make the aggressive moves now in the second period with 29 seconds left.
By the way, Nordonia coached by Gary Waters of the Nordonia Knights. They've had a good program over the years. Of course, they lost a few wrestlers to Chanel, too, over the years.
Andrassy in there with his head down again. You've got the underhook by Palker. That's where he almost was when he got his takedown, or his near takedown last time. Well, he pops out. He starts to go from the outside. That's playing into Andrassy's hands. No, yeah, well, Palker goes back in and ties up. I think he likes that. Ducks under, gets the leg, but he runs out of time.
So the end of the second period, 2-2, may be low scoring, but these two really want it, and you can tell. Ready to start the third period now, and look at this. It's 3-2. Now Andrassy leads it, but Palker just let him go.
Palker's confident on his feet. I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't have reason to be, but St. Ed wrestlers are confident on their feet. He wants to go takedowns with Andrassy. He's got the underhook. Andrassy's got the legs tied up, and they go out of bounds.
Boy, the last two bouts have been outstanding. Our against Maddox, Desmond Maddox of Collinwood beating the St. Ed's 126-pounder. Now this matchup. Two unbeatens. Look at that. Boy, Andrassy has really frustrated Palker a couple of times, Mike.
Palker's come real close on those throw-bys from his knees, trying to get around Andrassy. Now they're tied up in here with 1:26 left in the third period. We've got Andrassy up by a score of 3-2. He's got good penetration on the single leg. Palker's got the whizzer. Andrassy puts the leg up in between his, and Palker kicks down hard.
Another
and gets
counter.
out of it.
For every move, there's a counter move. I keep thinking of that Kerry Volkman expression he used to tell us. It's so true.
Andrassy in there on that single leg tight, but he's got his head down. I think Palker probably will help him off the mat. There they go.
57 seconds remaining. 3-2. Andrassy leads it. It's interesting. 3-2. You just wonder what's going on in their minds.
Well, I know what's going on in Palker's mind. He's got to have a takedown at all costs. Andrassy's got to either get a takedown or continue to stay aggressive and counter Palker's moves without a stalling. You can't afford to have a stalling point here.
45 seconds remaining.
Negate his 1-point lead here.
We're in the third period.
There's a stalling warning that he can't afford to have.
Just as you said it. Oh, the fans don't like that at all. Of course, as you mentioned before, they want to see St. Ed's go down.
Palker comes in quickly. Andrassy checks him off. Now Andrassy's really got to make some good moves here because the referees have been on him for stalling. Palker with the underhook. Good penetration around the waist. Andrassy checks him off.
Our engineer Jim Sedekase almost came out of his chair on that last one.
Again, Palker in deep on the single leg. Andrassy with the whizzer. He's going to run out of space, and he does.
15 seconds remains. Right now, I think the key thing is, and we saw the call happen at the end of that one match earlier, Andrassy's just got to stay aggressive. You've been talking about. He's got to take at least a shot or make it look good. Look at him going head to head.
He's got 15 seconds to hold him off. He's got to make it look good. Now he's in there. Good penetration. Palker's got to check him off.
8 seconds.
That's the best defense is to keep Palker away by going off. Palker throws him by.
3.
Andrassy catches the leg. Oh,
2,
no.
1.
Got to hold on.
No. We'll check it to make sure. Andrassy, I think he hung on and just making sure now with the officials. Andrassy wins it 3-2. The crowd goes nuts. So St. Ed's in the championship round has lost 2 out of 3. And while they're going to win this district tournament easily in points, the fans loved it. And there's Andrassy, your winner. He is still unbeaten while Palker loses his first of the year. Congratulations. All right, we were supposed